have a need to express myself,
to want the change,
to question what's going on around me. I have a need to speak out
and have people listen.
and raise awareness,
I'm able to make a change
and to have my voice valued
and to be heard loud.
I first got involved with Child and Youth Friendly Ottawa when I was in grade 12. And one of the things that was really exciting is I started on the board of directors, and there was a pitch from the City of Ottawa that said that they were looking for somebody to create a proposal as to how the city could engage youth in making sure that they had a voice in City Hall, despite the fact that they weren't able to vote.
It's always been about youth thriving, and I fully support that. I think youth today, they don't have enough people supporting them. They have a lot of people that would seek to take from them, but not a lot of people want to pour into the lives of the youth, and I think that's really important.
FYBY uses how youth share information that's really important and relevant to them. It's more than just grade 12 history or grade 10 math. It's today's political issues, it's environmental issues that affect you. It's getting involved in Ottawa, our community itself.
Allows the youth to use their voice, to use some creative ways of getting a message across. So it's taught them some skills on video, for instance, interviewing, and giving them a bit of skills on editing and just being really creative.
There's always stuff that is changing and evolving, and there's so much stuff that's going on, and especially in society today and technology moving so fast, that we need to start incorporating that into our school system, because that's what our youth, that's what myself and everyone really is intrigued about, and so that's what we need to put into the school system.
How do young people communicate? They don't communicate in the traditional means, and they communicate through their music. Everything is in their technological world.
And what I see is just passionate youth who really want to help their community, and grow as individuals, and that's really encouraging for me to see.
Child and Youth Friendly Ottawa was started because Max Keeping had always said that he was going to advocate on behalf of young people, and someone challenged him to make that a reality.
FYBY is a product of Child and Youth Friendly Ottawa. It conceived to, can't we do a news story from our view and show it back in schools so that young people see the news not like you give it, Max Keeping, not like through the lens of anybody else, but through our eyes and with our reviews.
I think it is more powerful when youth tell you about things, because they're going through the same things you are and you can relate more to them.
we need to help each other, and we need to communicate with each other to improve everyone's high school experience, whether it be teaching or learning from it.
It is so important that young people feel a part of the overall community. And I think it's the role of the adults to make sure that we give those young people the opportunity to be full partners.
Before, I thought there wasn't a way that you could influence the way the teachers teach you and how students act, but there actually is.
They're coming to our events, they're participating in the program, and they're loving it. And I think they're really growing from it. They're gaining skills that they wouldn't otherwise have, and they're really part of a community.
I got to learn how to talk to people, something I really wasn't good at before.
I've been part of the source of that impact, and to continue pushing that through, to have a voice in our education and changing it, reforming it so that it's so that's what we want it to be.
High school can be really amazing if you have the right people to help you through it, and this is what FYBY's done for me.
It's an amazing opportunity to have an idea and to sit down and jot down an idea, and then see the hundreds of people who take your idea and make it into something that's even better than you could have ever imagined.
The FYBY Summit is FYBY's biggest yearly community event. At an event like the FYBY Summit, the youth get fired up.
Right from the start, we had the energy, and Adam really brought it, and everyone was they're chanting with the beatboxing, and they were doing the clapping, and it was really good.
We have about 175 youth here with educators mixed into that and community representatives. Last year we only had 80, so we've more than doubled it, which just shows the growth of the event.
Youth groups across the city from different high schools, they create these workshops, and the workshops are stuff that should be in the educational system, but it's not.
This year I'm presenting about stress, and stress about life or at school and everything. Life is always surrounded by stress, and everybody has a different way of coping with it.
I was a presenter today for the Choices Committee at my school. We talk about substance abuse, dating violence, and mental health.
The great thing that happened this year is that we got the event sponsored by both the Ottawa Carleton District School Board and the Ottawa Catholic District School Board, which means that all young people and educators could come for free.
So that made it awesome for us, which meant more participation. And if the board is on board, then we're doing great, and it means it can only go forward from here.
It's very expensive to run an event like this successfully, mainly because of the outreach that we do with the young people. We're in schools bi-weekly giving young people advice, making them critical thinkers so that they're able to make these presentations.
What I hope to communicate to an interested adult is this: our program needs more funding.
The role that adults can play is to try and ensure that there is money for these young people to be able to undertake these things.
And so we need support to make sure that we can finance the staffing of quality individuals who can assist with that process so that we can grow into even more schools.
Right now, what I would ask is if we can secure core funding for the next 3 years, we can really establish our program and prove with some stats and facts how the program is changing lives of students.
All we need is the tools to keep it going in the long run, to support them, and to just be there in all these different communities within Ottawa and really support the kids.
So the more support from community organizations and businesses we have, the greater outreach we'll be able to do and the greater amount of youth we'll be able to touch through the program.
If you look at most people my age, they'll look at young people and say, oh, you're the future. Well, they've taught me to say, no, we're the future, yes, but we're here today. And you need to hear us today. You need to feel us and see us today. And that's what FYBY is doing.